What's up, y'all, and welcome to Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today I want to talk to you about brotherhood, because I'm a member of the IBEW, and the B in IBEW stands for, you got it, brotherhood, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, right? So brotherhood is a very important part of being in the IBEW. So what does brotherhood mean? It's a very vague word, right? So you would think brotherhood means kind of like an alliance, right? A friendship. Well, yeah, but there's a certain attitude that comes with brotherhood. So, for instance, there's a lot of folks who find themselves loyal to a company because they want to advance in a company. Well, brotherhood requires you to be loyal to the brotherhood and not to the company, because the company is a variable that will change throughout your career. You know, you're going to go from contractor to contractor. So your loyalty need not be to the contractor, because there's always another contractor. Your loyalty is to the brotherhood, because that's where you gain your strength, is in those numbers of folks that are loyal to each other. The employed by themselves, the individual person that is employed has no power. And if you don't believe me, you're not in a union, talk to your boss about a raise, and let's see just how well that discussion goes. Alone, the employed has no power. But when the employed stand together in brotherhood, in solidarity, there's a lot of power. There's much power in that. That's why unions were formed in the first place, was because individually the bosses were really overpowering the workers and making them do very unsafe things, and the worker conditions were terrible, and all of this stuff. And that's why strikes occurred, and all these protests and pickets and strikes and boycotts and all this fighting to gain unions, because they knew that standing alone they were never going to be able to do it. They had to stand together. So together they walked off the job, and together they fought to improve the conditions that they were working under. So you have to understand that when you get into a union, you got to understand that part of it is the brotherhood. You know, it's much more than a career. You know, you can get a career anywhere, but you can't get brotherhood anywhere. And so when you're in a union, when you join a union, you got to keep that part of it at the forefront, because it's very important to the survival and the success of that labor union for its members. You know, a labor union is only as strong as its membership. So if the membership is complacent and apathetic, or they don't really care about what's going on, and all they're worried about is themselves, well, that union doesn't have a lot of power, because that union never stands together. It's always fractured, so it's always at the risk of crumbling and falling apart. But when you see the strong locals that stand together and they hold, they're able to form that fist and have that power to fight back against the bosses and gain the dignity in work that they seek for, because that's one of our main things, is to always improve the standard of living for the workforce, to continuously seek to improve upon it. That's our mission. So if we're going to be successful in that mission, it's going to require brotherhood. So what's another thing that brotherhood is about? It's about genuinely caring about your coworkers that you work next to, you know, caring about their well-being, you know, caring that they get home every day, caring about their safety at work, caring to make sure that they're not being abused by the boss, because maybe you're not going to get abused, but maybe you'll see it happening to someone else. So in brotherhood, we care and stand up for that other worker to make sure they're not being abused. You see, brotherhood is about solidarity. It's about empathy. It's about unity. It's about togetherness. And that's something that we can never forget. When we get into a union, you got to remember that those brothers and sisters in the local, they'll help you outside of work when times are tough. You know, when you need to move, you can always call on a brother. Hey, I need help. You know, I'm going to move and I need some hands, and your brothers will come through and help you get to where you need to be. On the road, when you're out of state, you know, stop by a local union hall out of state and talk to them. They'll help you out. if you find yourself in some trouble. And that's what the brotherhood is all about. It's about helping each other and making sure that we're all okay, that we're all gonna make it all right. Anyway, that's my take on brotherhood, and I hope you found this video a little bit interesting and informative. And remember, the fight is not left and right. It's always up and down. And it takes solidarity, because solidarity wins always. All right? Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and don't forget to share these videos. Let's grow the channel. We're almost at 600, y'all. All right, man. Peace.